Hi, I'm Joni Patry, and welcome to my YouTube channel. Well, today I want to talk about a conference that's coming up this weekend, all virtual, online, that you can attend, that is called the Great Lakes Astrology Conference. Now, at this conference, I'm going to be giving my presidential election prediction with two other very well-known astrologers. Now, most of this conference is going to be Western astrology, but there are some Vedic astrologers there that I think are exceptional. The classes are top-notch. But let me give you a little bit of information about what I'm going to be doing. So I'm going to be on the presidential panel for the elections of 2020. Oh my God. It's not an easy thing to do. So I've been working really hard to figure my predictions and most of all, why a certain candidate would be elected over the other one based on their astrological chart. So this presidential panel, it is going to be this Friday, July 10th. And all the times for this conference are Eastern Standard Time. So it's going to be 1 o'clock to 1:50 that there's going to be the presidential panel. I will give my pick for the next president for the next 4 years, beginning in 2021. And the other two astrologers, very interesting because they are Western astrologers. We're going to see how this measures up, the Vedic and the Western, and how and why we give our predictions. So the other two astrologers are very well known, Gary Canton and Rick Levine. So it's the three of us, and we will give our reasons for what we pick. I have no idea who they're gonna pick. I kind of know who I'm gonna pick, but let me just remind everyone that it's always about the astrology. We have to learn to be objective, very hard for any human being to do in this world. But that's what I'm going to say. So we're going to discuss this on this panel. Don't miss it. It's July 10th. 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Now, let me tell you a little about the other class I'm going to be teaching there. It will be Sunday, and this is July 12th, from 12 to 12:50, and what I'm teaching on is Rahu and Ketu, Eclipses and Prediction, Unveiling the Truth, because you know how I always say eclipses bring things out of the darkness. We're going to see historically how these major eclipse patterns and whatever sign that the eclipse is falling in, where is Rahu and Ketu? What sign? What nakshatra they're in, and how do I measure up what this is going to equate to? Well, many times you have to go back in history, 18 and a half years ago. Each and every time Rahu and Ketu shift to a new nakshatra, look and see what it historically has brought. Because chances are eclipses are going to bring something very similar. And I know you guys have heard me say so many times about how every 18 and a half years, go back in your own personal life. See what it caused before, because it will be a similar result in your own personal life as well as what's going on globally. And we know where the nakshatras were on September 11th and this past pandemic breakout. They were the same nakshatras and the same signs. And it takes Rahu and Ketu 18 and a half years to go through all 12 signs of the zodiac. So that's how you can gauge it each and every 18 and a half years prior. So I went through the whole extreme of so many years in the past, and I'm going to talk about that again. But most of all, I want to be talking about where the nakshatras and the signs that the eclipses in Rahu and Ketu are headed to be able to make a much more accurate view on what is going to be evolving, what is ahead for us in the future based on Rahu and Ketu, the eclipses, and what they bring out of the dark, the secrets, what's been hidden. Because, eclipses are simply the darkening of the light. And in this darkness, things are revealed we didn't know about. And it's powerful how we can see this and use this more than anything to help transform our own lives. So that's very important. Now let me go over some of, and I want to add this before, I will be looking once again in my class on Rahu and Ketu in terms of what nakshatra that they're going to be going in and how they do affect each presidential candidate, such as Joe Biden, and of course, Donald Trump. Because if you look at where their sun is, both of them have an eclipse falling over their sun. Very, very important. As a matter of fact, as we all probably know, Donald Trump was born under a lunar eclipse. And very interesting, Rahu and Ketu coming up here, September 19th, 2020, are going to shift signs into, Rahu's going to go into Taurus, and Ketu's going to go into Scorpio. And as this happens, Ketu's going to be approaching Joe Biden's sun, while Rahu is approaching Donald Trump's sun. This is huge. Eclipses are the most powerful thing we have for prediction because eclipses, of course, are based on the new and full moon locked up with Rahu and Ketu. These are the determinants of our destiny and our future. I'm going to be discussing this on the presidential panel and even deeper in my class that's going to be on Sunday, which is once again on Sunday. This is July 12th and it starts at 12 noon Eastern Standard Time, and it will last for 50 minutes. So let me give you a little lowdown on who some of the speakers are here. You'll want to know. So David Cochran, wonderful researcher in astrology, love him. And Alexander Imsirjik, he is phenomenal. I met him many times at the conferences, and he is just brilliant. You won't want to miss Alexander. And then we have Gary Christian, wonderful Uranian astrologer, love him. Julene Lewis, she is Vedic astrology. And Richard Smoot. I've been knowing Richard for, 30 years. Yes, used to go to all the Western conferences way back in the day, actually in the 80s. And Sandra Lee Serio, she's helped put on this conference, and I've known Sandra Lee for so many years. These are all exceptional, brilliant astrologers, and I can't stop bragging about my dear friend Ronnie Gale Dreyer, because Ronnie came and taught with me at my conference. She is Vedic astrology, and she started in the circles when it all began, really the Vedic astrology conferences in the United States. Ronnie was there. She's the first woman in the West to write a book on Vedic astrology. She's brilliant. So come join us. Once again, this is called the Great Lakes Astrology Conference. It's held up in Michigan. We were supposed to have it live, and I'm thoroughly disappointed I don't get to go up there and spend the summer in northern Michigan because it's getting a little hot here in Dallas, Texas. But anyway, we're going to all do this virtual, all live, and you will enjoy it. So it starts, there's actually some post-conference on Thursday. Then Friday is the presidential panel and other classes, Saturday and Sunday, and I will be teaching on Sunday. So don't miss it. Check it out. You will have a blast next weekend learning from all these brilliant teachers out there. So thank you for listening. And don't forget, I'm starting my beginning Vedic Astrology course. Semester 1 starts July 15th, so don't miss that, and I look forward to seeing you. So thank you for joining me. And if you would like more information on me, don't forget, you can always go to my website, which is galacticcenter.org, and my university website is University of Vedic Astrology.com. Thank you.